Hi guys, welcome to the Meta Advertising Secrets course, and this is the first lesson that we're going to be going through. In this lesson, I'm going to be telling you guys about how we're going to understand the Meta platforms, right? Now, Meta already has Facebook platform and also has the Instagram platform, right? So what I'm going to be showing you is how we're going to be understanding both the Facebook platform and the Instagram platform when it comes to advertising. Now, what do I mean by this? When you're advertising on Meta, you need to understand how your ads are going to appear and how your ads are structured in terms of the dimensions of your ad creatives, right? Because this may affect the reach of your ads. So, that being said, let's just dive in and understanding the Meta platforms, right? Let's just dive into it. So, first of all, this is the web page screen, this whole thing right here is the web page screen that you're going to see when you get to facebook.com, right? web.facebook.com, which is very different from what you will see in the mobile screen of facebook.com, right? Now, to your left side, you can see you have some navigations to your friends, your profile, your groups, and videos, and so on and so forth, right? Shortcuts and all of that. Now, right here at the midsection, you have at the top of the midsection a bunch of stories. So this is what we call Facebook story feed, right? So this is your stories feed right here. And if you click into any of them, right, like clicking here, right, you're going to jump into your stories, and this is going to change the place that you are on Facebook, right? So let's go back to where we were. So that being said, if you don't click into your stories at the top and you scroll down, you're going to start seeing a bunch of posts on this news feed, right? You start seeing a bunch of posts as you scroll down. Before you get there, you start seeing a lot of like friend requests and suggestions for your friends and whatnot, right? If you keep scrolling down, you keep scrolling down, you might come across an ad, right? So right here, this is our first ad that we're coming across. If we keep scrolling down, if we keep scrolling down, we're going to come across, okay, so we'll come across another advertisement for gaming as well. But I want us to look at an advertisement that's okay. So now this right here is a Photoshop advertisement right here, right? And as you can see here, the first thing we see is sponsored. So this helps us know that okay, this is an ad, right? Now this ad is dream bigger, so they didn't write so much text over here, and neither did they write so much text over here. This is what you would call a Facebook news feed ad, right? A Facebook news feed ad. It just appears like this when you're scrolling on your news feed, right? So if you keep scrolling again, let's see if we come across another ad. I believe this is an advert, right? So this is a wonderful one because this one has more copy, which is an example of what I want to show you, right? So now, as you guys can see, it says still the exact students who get millions of their businesses and personal content, blah, 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 all of that, right? This right here, this text right here is your copy, right? This is your advertising copy, right? And you also have your headline right here, how to go viral on TikTok. So basically, his headline is just talking about how you can go viral on TikTok, and his advertising copy is telling you, okay, you can steal a system that our students are using to get millions of views on TikTok and all of that. So that being said, this is an advertisement on the Facebook news feed, as you can see, sponsored here. And that being said, you have a link right here. If I click this link, it's most likely going to take us to this person's landing page. Now, I'm going to teach you guys, and this is the person's landing page right here, right? So what I'm going to be teaching you guys is how to run this particular type of ads, right? This particular type of newsfeed ads and all other ads as well. So we understand the newsfeed ad. Now, this newsfeed ad may come as an image or it may come as a video,
I'm
right?
gonna
So if
share a
you
format you can steal that's gotten over 500,000 views every time we've used it. It works for any niche.
So now, as you guys are seeing, this is a video ad that this person is running on the news feed, right? So once you play this video now, this person would have tagged me with something called a Facebook pixel, right? I'm going to get into all of this as we progress into the course, right? That being said, this is all that we need to know about the newsfeed placements and understand, when I run an ad on a newsfeed for Facebook, this is an example of how it will look like. Now, if you look to my right here, your right column, right? We've done the middle column. Now this is the right column of your Facebook, of your Facebook web profile, right? When you look to your right, you see two different ads right here. This is sponsored, right? So these are both ads, right? Now you can see there's an image here, which is a square image. We're looking at ratio 1:1, 1:1, also 1:1 right here, image ads, right? Then this headline, which can also be this headline, is there. And all right now, as I moved out of there, the ads changed right here. So this is exactly how right column ads are being shown. So this is right column ads. This is an example of right column ads. So whenever you see right column ads, this is what they mean, right? This is what the Facebook advertising platform means, right? Right column ads will appear like this to your audiences or people you wish to advertise to. So as you guys can see right here, this is another one. The link is always down here. It just comes with a headline, a link, and an image. You cannot put a video in a right column ad. However, you can put a video or an image in a news feed ad. I hope everyone gets that. So let's just move forward so that I do not waste much time. Now, we're just going to jump into video feeds, right? Video feeds. Now, moving from here to here, from your home, right? If you move from your home right here and you move to the left, right, you're going to see a bunch of videos, a bunch of people, content creators. You see Very Dark Man, they do all of that. You see Mr. Macaroni here, you see Bayu here, all of these people, they are content creators, right? So once you keep on scrolling down, boom, you're going to see an advert right here, right? It says sponsored. Meta for Business, right? So this is an advert by Meta, but I want another advert example. So let's just keep scrolling down. These are more advert creators. This is Kiki. This is Mr. Macaroni again. And then you see this is an ad right here. It says sponsored daily wellness gratitude, right? However, this might not be the best example. So let's keep scrolling down. Let's look for, okay, so I like this one because it has the copy right here. I always want to show you guys how long, your copy should be when it comes to your ads, right? So look at this. This guy right here, Damian Keys, he's advertising, elevate your music. He's advertising how you can market your music, right? And make money using your music and all of that. So that is what this person is advertising. He has his ad copy right here, right? And then he has his headlines right here. Use code streams to get 20% off, right? And then if you notice, this is a video ad as well, but this is running in a Facebook video feed. So these are your video feeds. This is your news feed. This is your video feed right here, right? So this is an ad on your videos feed right here. This is an ad. So this is a very good example of an advert in your videos feed right here. So that being said, let's move on into the marketplace. The third navigation right here you see is your marketplace, right? Now, marketplace is a bunch of people, bunch of sellers who want to sell different things like used stuff or maybe new stuff, and they just want to sell it out as quickly as possible. So you see a lot of their stuff right here. Now, if you keep scrolling down, to your left right here, the first thing you're going to see is an ad, and you see it's sponsored right here. Before you now start seeing a lot of other people, in the marketplace, right, trying to sell you stuff, right? So you see it again, sponsored right here, right? And then you now see a bunch of other people trying to sell you stuff. So this sponsored right here, as you guys can see, this person is trying to advertise how to grow on TikTok. you have your advert creative right here, the headline, and then it doesn't say so much. Now, if I play
I bet
this video
someone
right here,
$10,000 that I could get 100,000 views on their first post to TikTok.
so you guys can see that this person has actually optimized this advert to fall into this square format. Now, I'm going to be showing you the best practices of how you can get your adverts to have the best format for each placement on the Facebook and Instagram advertising platforms. So that being said, this is how your ads are going to appear if you are running them on the marketplace. Now, this is Ekema Wellness.
As a man, why woman go come your house 2 seconds you don't drop, you go pay woman 100k, you 100k, you no go fit perform. Why?
So
God.
obviously, this is also another advertisement by Ekema Wellness. However, it's not as optimized as this other person's advertising creative, but he's still advertising on the marketplace, right? So you can always get a video advert to advertise on Facebook Marketplace. You can also get an image advert to show up on the Facebook Marketplace, just like this person right here. This is a carousel image ad right here. This person is just advertising images right here, right? This is Starlink also right here, advertising an image. So you can use one image, you can use carousel images on this Facebook Marketplace format. Okay, so that being said, let's move on to the next one. Now, after that, you have your groups, right? Now, when it comes to groups, I do not believe that anybody is necessarily able to run an advert into a group. However, what you can do is if you want to, you can go the organic way and join these groups and then send different, post different things on these groups. But that will not be you doing Facebook advertisement. That will be you doing Facebook organic, adverts right there, doing Facebook organic. Like this person now, right? He's advertising, but he's just posting in a group, right? So the groups has nothing to do with us. Then you have gaming, right? A lot of gaming stuff and all of that. And I don't think any of us here want to start advertising any games. And moreover, if you have an ad, right? If you have an ad that is going on intercital ads, that's what it's called. All of these games, right? All of these games, when people are playing them, you see some ads will pop up, right? You always see some ads that will pop up in some games, right? Facebook, all of these games that are being advertised here on Facebook, Facebook has access to show some of your ads to them, to the people that are playing those games. So also that's something to look at if you are running advertisement for an application, right? So that being said, let's move forward. Now I've shown you the different aspects that you can see an ad. I've shown you obviously the right column ads right here. I've shown you an example of the newsfeed ads right here, as you guys can see. I believe I've also shown you an example of the marketplace ads. These are some marketplace ads right here. Is another of Ekema's advertisement right here on the marketplace. As you guys can see, you see sponsored right here. So I've also shown you guys this is another example of a video newsfeed ad right here. So that being said, that's for Facebook. Now, something I'm not showing you guys is the Facebook stories and reels ad. An example of the Facebook stories and reels ad, I'm going to have to jump into my mobile phone and give you an example of that, because if I keep on moving right here on my computer, on my web, it's not going to show up. However, I'm going to use my mobile phone to show you an example of the Facebook stories, which is right here at the top, Facebook stories, and I'll show you how the ads pop up on Facebook stories, and I'll also show you how the ads pop up on Facebook Reels, right? So that being said, let's jump into my computer and let me show you that right now. All right, guys, welcome to my smartphone. So this is my smartphone right here, and in this video I'm going to be showing you guys how the reels and the story ads on Facebook. So this is Facebook right here, and as you guys can see already, this is the stories. It's at the top of the whole page, right? And then if I scroll left, you can see a bunch of people's stories. Now we're going to jump into that, right? But when I scroll down, right here, you can see there's already an ad right here, right? So this is a newsfeed ad, right? But this is now from the mobile perspective that I'm showing you guys this newsfeed ad, right? And as you guys can see, we have the guys ad just running. So let's just scroll down some more so that I will show you guys some other things. So this is reels, right? So if I scroll to my left again, I keep scrolling, as you guys can see, this is the reels section of the mobile view, right? So in this point, this is where the ads will pop up. But let me first start with the stories, right? So jumping into stories, this is a story. So let's keep okay. So this is an ad, right? So this is an ad by Meta. Obviously, Meta runs ads on their platforms. It's normal to see that because they do it right now. In the story ad, this is the landing page of Meta. If you slide up, you get here, right? That slide up is the learn more button right there, right? So this is it. Then let's keep scrolling. Now this is another ad. This is another ad right here, right? And as you guys can see, these guys are more focused on hospitality, basically real estate. And if I slide up on that learn more button right there, you see, okay, so these guys are using a quiz landing page. They're asking you questions. So this is like a quiz landing page. It's not just like a landing page, like a quiz funnel type of stuff. So they'll ask you a couple of questions and then you pick and continue, right? So they just want to use that one to remove those who are not necessarily ready to book apartments in Dubai, right? So that being said, that's just how these people run their ads, and I'll show you guys how to set up stuff like this as well as we dive deeper into the course, right? So let's close that out for now. Okay, right? So now, right, so this is the ad. Basically this is how it looks like. It's like a slideshow type of ad, and all of the story ads will always have this learn more button. So if we keep scrolling, let's just keep scrolling, let's just keep scrolling, let's just keep scrolling, let's just keep scrolling, keep scrolling. Yes, so this right here now is an image story ad, right? So this one is just an image. It's not a video or a slideshow like what I just previously showed you guys, right? And obviously this is the stuff that all the story ads will have, on Facebook stories, right? So this is the image. This is the image ad right here. So this is that call to action that all the story ads will have, right? So that being said, let's keep scrolling more. This is another ad again by Meta again. So you guys can also see that, right? So let's keep scrolling. Let's scroll some more. Let's scroll some more. Let's keep scrolling. Okay, so this is a wonderful one by Ekema Wellness, right? As you guys can see, this one is basically a video ad. If you slide up, you get to the landing page. This is a nice landing page right here, and then he tells you all about his product and all that. So this is a wonderful ad right here, right? He uses influencers to do this ad, and must really be generating him sales because obviously, as you guys can see, this is not the first time I've seen it. So that is story ad. That's for story ads. So let me slide down to reels. This is obviously the newsfeed ad, but let's go to reels. What in newsfeed, this is reels again. So this is the reels again right here, right? This is the reels. If you keep sliding on your newsfeed, you see some reels, right? So we've jumped into this reels right now, right? So let's keep sliding down. Let's slide down some more. Let's slide down some more until we see an advert. So let's just like, okay, this is an ad. So this is an ad right here. So as you guys can see, this is a sponsored ad right here. If you in the bottom left, you can see the sponsored right there, And the learn more button, let's see if the learn more button is right there. As you guys can see, if you click on the learn more button, you're definitely going to see a landing page. But basically, this ad is a video ad and it uses the full placement, right? This is what I tell you guys about the placement of the ad, and the style and shape in which it's going to come. This is a 9:16 version type of ad. If you click on the button right there, you're going to go to the landing page. This is the landing page of this ad, right? So that being said, that's an ad from Reels. Let's keep scrolling. This is another ad, right? This is another ad right here, and as you guys can see, this is an image ad on Reels, right? So it actually works for images as well, but this person is using a 1:1 image ad, unlike the 9:16, right, video ad, which is recommended for Reels. But I will show you guys that if you use the right placements and the right dimensions, you are more likely to reach more people, right? So let's keep scrolling. Let's see if we'll see another example of ads for Facebook Reels. Okay, this is another one. So this is another one, and this person is optimizing quite well, right? Person is optimizing quite well. As you guys can see, you have the video, which is then turned into like a square format again to suit the Facebook platform for Facebook video newsfeed ads, right? And then for these Reels, this person now adds extra text at the top of that, right, just to suit the Reels format of how it should be, right? And this person is optimizing quite well. They're doing quite good. So that's basically the Reels version of the ad. If you scroll down on the news feed, you will see some other ads. Like this is an ad right here, right? This is an ad, a good example of an image ad on newsfeed, right? Image is unlike this ad right here. Let me see if I can get there right now, right? So it's unlike this video, right? This is the video section, right? This is the video section of your newsfeed. This is the video feeds, not your newsfeed. Now this is an ad from your video feed, right? So that being said, I'm just showing you guys all of this so that you guys will understand the Facebook Meta platform, right, and how your ads will appear on each and every aspect of the Facebook ads, right? When you are running ads, you need to consider the placements and how they will appear, and all of this you must understand before you even start creating your ad in the first place. So I hope I've been able to do you justice by explaining all of this. This is a great example of a video ad that is run on the video feeds of Facebook, right? I hope I've been able to explain from the story ads to the Reels ads and to the video ads as well. So with that being said, let's jump back into my computer. Guys, welcome back. This is awesome. I hope you guys have been having a wonderful time. I've been able to show you guys different ad formats on Facebook. I've shown you guys the stories and reels from my phone and how it will pop up, if you're using your mobile phone as well. So that being said, let's just understand the Instagram advertising platform as well. Now, if you're on Instagram, and this is my profile on Instagram, remember, you can always follow me on all different platforms at Eni Alakija. So ENNYALAKIJA on all platforms. You can always follow me and reach out to me so that if you guys are confused about anything I do in this course, I will be able to take you guys through and help you out, hopefully. All right. That being said, let's just go to the homepage of Instagram. Now, you have the homepage of Instagram. Once you scroll down, as you guys can see right here, this is a sponsored ad. This is a sponsored ad right here, and it has the Learn More button right here. Unlike Facebook, Instagram does not have a headline. It's not going to show your headline. It's only going to show your copy, but you have more space to write copy, right? You can write a longer copy on Instagram and it will make more sense, right? Just like these people have done right here. So I'm going to still scroll down so that we might see another example. So this is someone with a video advert on your Instagram feed, right? Your Instagram feed. This is the advert again that you're seeing on your Instagram feed. So this is a great example of this type of advert basically. So you see sponsored right here, right? So Instagram feeds, this is how it's going to appear. I hope this is a good example for everyone that's watching. That being said, I also want to show you guys how things are going to appear on the Instagram Explore when you're running an ad to show up on the Explore page. Also, I'm going to show you guys how it's going to appear on the Instagram Reels, right? On Instagram Reels, when you're running an ad for Instagram Reels as well. Now, I may not be able to show you guys all of that on this computer right now because these Instagram Reels and Instagram Explorer are best on mobile phones. So what we're going to do once again is that we're going to jump into the computer. We're going to jump into my smartphone and I'm going to show you an example of Instagram Explorer ads and also Instagram Reels ad. And hopefully after that, you guys will understand perfectly what all these ad platforms are. Hi guys, so welcome to my smartphone. As promised, we're going to be going through Instagram. Let's just jump in Instagram right now, right? So now this is basically your newsfeed on Instagram. Wow, this is an ad. This is an ad, as you guys can see, it's perfectly optimized for Instagram already, and you guys can see that these guys, they are doing a lot. We've seen this ad before on Facebook, but it's also on Instagram, right? So that being said, what I want to show you guys is the Explore page. I'm just going to refresh this, right? As you guys can see, this is the Explore page, and okay, this is an ad right here, right? So this is an ad in the Explore page. You're going to see an ad like this. It's going to be like a square ad, right? And then when you click on it, it's going to pop up just as what you're seeing right now. See it, like right there is like a square, no, sorry, right there is like a square ad, and then when you click it, right, when you click it, it just becomes like this, right? So let's scroll down now and see if we can see more ads like this. So we're just going to scroll down. Let's see, we're gonna scroll down. Yes, that was another ad right there. So as you guys can see, that's how the Instagram Explore page ads just comes about. You're gonna just see it as a square ad like this, and then when you click into it, you're gonna see the whole advert. If you scroll down more, we're gonna see some other adverts that look just like that. So okay, this is it, right? This is another one right here. As you can see, it's the same type of format. It's just like a square ad, and then when you click on it, it expands, and you see the full advert. This is another one right here, right? So it's the same thing. Once you see that sponsored, right, you already see the sponsored. Once you see the sponsored, you already know that okay, this is an ad. Even from here, you see the sponsored already on the ad from there, right? And this is basically how it shows up on the Explore page. You already know how it shows up on the news feed, but what I want to show you now is how it will show up on the stories, right? This is an example of a story ad from Meta for Business. Meta would always run ads on their advertising platform, right? So I'm not going to waste your time with this one. Let's just move forward to see if we can find some more ads like this, right? So let's just move forward. Move forward. Yes, this is a perfect ad, right? As you guys can see, this is an ad by Joe Boy, advertising his music video, and if you can see, it's going to his audio, right? He's advertising his music. He wants you guys to use his music for your Instagram Reels, right? So let's keep going. Hold on, that's another ad. Right, so this is another ad, and this is a video ad on your stories, right? And you can see that part that it says continue watching, right? So it's a longer video, right? But because it's on the stories, it might not give you the full gist. But if you click on continue watching like I just did, you'll see that it will just keep going and it will give you like the full video ad right there. So that is basically how ads on stories show up, and if you slide up like I just did, right, this is where you get the landing page just like this, right? Once you get the landing page, you see that's how the ads form. So let's keep going. Let's see if we'll see another ad. This is another ad again. As you guys can see, this ad is basically like the one we're watching before on the news feed, right? But it's also appearing in the stories as well. So basically, this is what I've been telling you about. You can have one ad work for different platforms, but it's always best to optimize for all the various platforms. So this is the news feed again, just to scroll down and show you, right? So this is another.
This is what the face look like in the office life.
Right, let's talk
Turn
about
it-
reels
Heroes and
now.
villains
Scroll
all-
down,
One thing
we're
that
gonna
Alex
scroll down,
said-
right, as we scroll down, we're going to
It's
see
like everyone
an ad
else.
on
How to
reels.
pray
So let's just keep scrolling,
The higher you
scrolling,
World will ask,
scrolling,
why
keep
wise man wants-
scrolling. Yes, this
I found a viral
and no.
You're sitting shit too long.
Do you know how fat?
Why is it so hard to get clients in 2024? It's because you're overcomplicating it and wasting time and money with expensive.
You can see it's already writing sponsored at the bottom left, right? So you already know that it's an ad and it's quite perfect, right? So this is how your ads are going to appear on reels. As you see, it took me some scrolls, but then I now saw an ad. So this is how your ad basically appears on the reels. And if you want to just understand how your ad appears, you just have to put this into consideration, right? You click there, you go to the landing page, you already know what it is, right? So basically this is how the ad appears. The person has a nice copy. They, you know, they made it to stand out, for the particular placement of this ad, which is the reels section, right? So you have text on top of the video, just to give it that extra feel, right? Let's keep scrolling down and see if there is more. Yes, that's an ad. Yes, now this ad is by Grant Cardone. As you guys can see right here, it says sponsored at the bottom left again, so you already know what it is. And if you click on the go deeper part of the link, you're going to go to the landing page, but that's not what we are focused on here. So I just want to show you, this is how reels ad forms basically. So this is newsfeed again, and basically I've shown you the stories ad, I've shown you a couple of ads on explore page and how it looks like, right? So you already know how that works as well. Let's just see again, have a recap of, yes, this is another one. So you already know how that works. You already know that, okay, this is where the learn more button is, and in reels you can see the learn more is more like go deeper and whatnot. So that being said, guys, I hope you guys are able to learn from all of these things I've shown you guys, from the ads on the explore page right here, which I've shown you guys. This is the explore page on Instagram. So you already know that any ad you see here is ads that are being run on the explore page, right? I hope you guys understand what I mean when I say there are different ad placements for different platforms. That being said, let's just jump back into my computer and check out ad placements. All right, guys. It's been a fun one so far. I've shown you guys the Instagram Explorer example. I've shown you guys the Instagram Reels example on my smartphone on the Instagram platform, right? So now I just want to show you guys the best practices for aspect ratios, right? So the aspect ratios mean how your ads, the dimensions on which your ads are going to appear on different profiles. Now, when I showed you the Instagram Reels and Stories, I told you guys this is ratio 9 ratio 16, right? 9:16. So you have that full screen on your mobile phone. You can also have the 4:5, which is going to show up on your Facebook feed, right? Or your Instagram feed. So this is 4:5. This is for Facebook feeds, Instagram feeds. You also have 1:1 if you're using an image on your Facebook feed or your Instagram feed. If you're using a video on your Facebook feed or Instagram feed, you have 4:5. Then 16:9 is if you're using your Instagram or Facebook video feeds majorly, Facebook video feeds. Nothing on Instagram shows up with 16:9. No, you don't have any sort of advert that's coming out as 16:9 on Instagram. So this only works for Facebook video feeds, right? And then you have 1:9, 1.91:1, right? So this is more like interstitial ads that appear in applications, right? If you have an app, right, you just are you playing a game or you have a game, you see some ads, right? Those ads, this is their format. This is the format that they will appear in. So that being said, let's just give you, some templates right here, right? As you can see, this is 1.91:1, right? This is best for if you're doing different so this is best for if you're doing ads on different interstitial ads. So if you're different websites, you want to appear on different websites that Facebook have the control to show ads on, or you want to appear on different apps that Facebook has control to show their ads on, then you should be looking at this 1.91:1. 16:9 is basically for video feed ads, or in-stream video feed ads, right? So if you have in-stream ads, maybe inside a video, you have an advert, right? You would need 16:9. Or if you're in a video feed ads, you would need 16:9 video shot, right? Then 1:1 is basically image ads that appear on your right column, image ads that appear on your Facebook news feed, image ads that appear on your Instagram news feed, right? Then 4:5. 4:5 is basically video ad that appear on your Facebook news feed, video ads that appear on your Instagram news feed, right? Those are 4:5. And then you have 9:16. These are your reels, these are your stories, Facebook reels, Instagram stories, Instagram reels, 9:16. I hope all of this was helpful. I hope you guys understand all the advertising platforms so far, and I cannot wait for us to jump into the advertising. I cannot wait for us to jump into the advertising proper. I'm going to be telling everyone that's watching this course how to set up their Meta ads, right? How are you guys going to set up your ads from the ads manager, right? I'm going to still be talking to you about how to create a Facebook page, how to link that Facebook page into your ads platform and get the best results for your advertisement. So all of these things are what we're going to be talking about in the rest of the videos that I'm going to be showing you guys. Remember to follow my Facebook page. Also remember to follow my Instagram page as well. If you like me to review any of your ads that you've done, help you to improve your performance on your ads, you can always shoot me a message on WhatsApp here, and also I have my contacts here as well. So that being said, that brings me to the end of this lesson. My name is Enia Lakija, and I do hope to see you in the next lesson. Take care. Have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.